Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in to the GC build series. So just to recap, in the last video, we stripped the car, and in this video, we're going to be prepping the car for paint. So here it is at Maaco, just before it gets painted. So in today's video, we are going to be installing this JDM rear bumper on a USDM GC. So some things to note are that the JDM rear bumper has two flanges or ribs right here, and that's not going to fit on the USDM crash bar bumper beam. So we're just going to have to modify or cut these ribs a little bit in order to fit on my car. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So here is my JDM rear bumper all on. Sorry for the mess. She's getting painted soon, but yeah, here it is. Just had to cut those or trim those two ribs a little bit more behind the hole, and that's pretty much it. Fits right on. The holes are almost line up, but it's all right. So yeah, there's my JDM rear bumper. So a bit of prep work was still needed to get the car ready for paint. We had to chip off the old Bondo on the C-pillar. As you can see here, at the worst point, it's 1/4 inch thick, so it's pretty bad. We got a disc grinder and sanded it all down until there's mostly metal. Then Daniel from Bumper Master just put a thin layer of Bondo back on it to smooth it all out. Also shout out to Mike from Dents. After we welded the doors, we actually had to pop all the dents out. So here's me and him also popping some dents out on the hood. And we sent it back to Daniel to get the doors all smoothened out. So we finally took it out to paint. Here it is in Maaco getting prepped. And the new color is crystal gray metallic, the same gray that Subaru used on the 07 Hawkeye STIs and WXs as well. But yeah, nice color. Under the sun, it's just really nice and bright. Very metallic and flaky as well. Hi everyone, so my car is now back from Maaco Of Orange. We painted it this really nice crystal gray color. It's on the 06 to 07 GD Imprezas, so that's the OEM color on there. But here, we sprayed it crystal gray as opposed to silver thorn. So the camera doesn't really do it justice in this lighting, but when the sun is directly on it, man, this color really pops. There's flakes. Super shiny, super smooth. Maaco did a really good job with this car. And I think it's a really good color to paint a GC. No one's ever really done it before, at least not that I know of. Yeah. So here will be a quick tour around the car. So now here's a little walk around of the car. As I mentioned before, it is crystal gray that Maaco painted it. No orange peel, nothing like that. No overspray or anything. Super clean. Love this color so far. So yeah, here it is. In direct sunlight. Earlier I wish I recorded it, but it is super flaky, super shiny. Yeah, just an overall clean color, I think. So I'm just panning around the car right now, just showing just the beauty, I think, of this color. Trying to get the flake in there. So yeah, this was where the really thick Bondo, I think it's 1/4 inch thick Bondo was on the passenger side C-pillar. man, it is pretty much smoothed out. Thanks to Daniel over at Bumper Master. Pretty smooth other than just a little dip here, but that's all right. And then thanks to Mike from Just Dents, who popped out all my dents on my doors here since we flushed the molding, which I think adds just another really great aspect to this car. Panning around some more. So yeah, super proud of this color. Hopefully she looks super good when she's all complete. Got a set of 04 5x100 STI BBS wheels, those gold ones. So yeah, slap those on there. I'm waiting on the coupe spoiler, RS coupe spoiler, and my JDM rear bumper, as well as my side skirts and front bumper. Just waiting on that from Maaco. Hopefully should be done in a couple days. So I got my bumpers, side skirts, wing, and other trim pieces back from Maaco, as well as getting my door cards reupholstered by SoCal Upholstery. Hey everyone, so I got my car back from paint, installed my rear wing. So yesterday I cleaned my trim and my moldings. So what I'm doing now is sanding down the side moldings here. Got them all nice and shiny, so that way I can use this VHT roll bar and chassis paint over it, and it matches pretty well. It's a nice satin finish. So yeah, I'm gonna paint my side moldings today, as well as install this new JDM front bumper beam that I got in from the dealership. Alright, looks all nice and clean. No more chrome, especially in this area right here. That's all nice and pretty much matches satin, OEM, satin, OEM. Yeah, anyway, so matches pretty well. And the biggest thing, the reason why I took this trim off of that shell over there was because of how straight this rubber liner was right here. On my old trim, it was like really wavy due to a bike rack being on top of it for, I don't know how long, 10 years or so. So yeah, the sun and a bike rack in California heat, not good. So yeah, that pretty much warped my old trim. So yeah, now this is pretty much all straight, I would say. Otherwise, only bad thing about it is this little ding right here. It's not bad though. It's the first car, not a show car. So yeah. That's driver's side trim installed. All right, so here's what I found. When you install your rubber sealing or weather sealing trim, it has to tuck underneath the plastic mold or the metal molding here. So it's all underneath. You can't have anything exposed. So there's like a, you'll see it. It's like a dip that goes down and back up in the weather molding itself. That will actually go on into a, like a little groove or a slot provided by the metal molding out here. So yeah, it's got to be all flat, nice and flush. Pretty much the only thing that's sticking out is this outside piece right here. It's all tucked into the molding. So yeah, it's all the way back here. Let me open the rear door. All in there. Even where it bends down here, still in there, still in there, still in there. And then it finally ends at the bottom here. So that's how you install your weather molding on your GC. So it's another day, and I have all my parts here laid out. From my corner lights to the bottom bumper lights, window trim, wipers, and my other trim over there, as well as all my hardware sorted in bags. So the goal for today is to get the rear bumper on, as well as the door, all door handles, so that's the passengers. Get my side markers on, corner lights, possibly the front bumper, as well as the other window trim down here. So that's about it. We'll start with the window trim. So I got my rear bumper pretty much just mocked up and installed. Earlier I had to cut the tabs where the JDM rear bumper beam would actually bolt onto. But another problem I ran into was that the license plate lights, as well as actual plate itself, can't be bolted on to the JDM rear bumper. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to make a bracket. I'll bolt onto the bumper that will hold the license plate as well as the license plate lights. So this is where the GC build stands. All the exterior stuff's on, just some other little touch up and other little things like that to do. So thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.